Well, what's up, everybody? Andy Bassett with Ellerbrock-Norris here. Got Doug Fletcher, Fletcher Safety Consulting, and our resident OSHA expert in the ENCORE Safety Network. And we're going to do our second of a series here on OSHA's ETS, Emergency Temporary Standard, specific to the vaccination and testing standards.
Right.
So last time we kind of talked about what was going on, some things to think about, what businesses should maybe be prepping to do as this was just starting to roll out at the time. Now here we are a couple weeks later and we've learned a few more things. So I think first is, I guess I'll kick it over to you to talk about, it seems to be where things are now is the Fifth Circuit Court has maybe extended the stay and now it's gone into some other circuits as well. So things are getting delayed.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, that's what it appears. And like you, I'm just reading this stuff.
Yep.
I'm not sure that the field offices know any more about any of this than we do. So we have to go get our information as best we can. And you probably all have sources that you're using for information. Hopefully you're staying on top of this. But ultimately, as you said, the Fifth Circuit originally was the one that received the challenge. The petition against the emergency temporary standard, the second standard, ETS, and now apparently all of the circuits have received a similar challenge. So the Fifth Circuit stated originally, all of the other circuit courts have received similar challenges to the ETS. So my understanding is now that one of the circuits has been selected to actually hear arguments about this challenge. And my understanding, again, is just from the reading that I've done, is the Sixth Circuit, which is Ohio, Tennessee, kind of that mid-Atlantic area, will be the court that will ultimately determine for all circuits, what the outcome of this will be. And again, as I read, the Sixth is a fairly conservative court. Of the 20 judges on that circuit, 16 of them were appointed by a Republican president, or fewer were certainly appointed by a Democratic president. So I guess to whatever extent that matters, I think it will. They will share a similar opinion to the Fifth, it sounds like.
Okay.
And so, but as you said, this is going to delay implementation even longer. I think the January 4th date is probably out of the question at this point. So, we're in a holding pattern to some degree.
Yeah, that was going to be kind of the next question I have is, a lot of people probably don't understand exactly what a stay means or how long that period of time is. And I don't know that we know the answer to that, but you just answered it a little bit, which is probably that January 4th date originally put out there. We're probably not looking at that.
And I'm assuming that that's not going to happen. Yeah. I think that's a safe assumption at this point because now the Sixth has just been issued this mandate to review this. And so I can't imagine the wheels of justice turning really quickly. That seems unrealistic.
Those don't usually move
that's
so
fine.
fast.
That's okay.
Well, I think it does. So that probably transitions us into maybe the last piece we wanted to discuss today because it's giving employers a little bit more time now maybe to kind of navigate through how are we going to handle this, what are the processes and procedures we need to put in place. Everything I've read, because there's a lot out there, and you can find a lot, everything I've read from credible sources, I would say, kind of continues to suggest to businesses to go forward as if this is going to happen and start to build your plans, processes, and procedures that fit you as a company as if it's going to happen. So would you agree? Is that kind of
absolutely. That's everything I'm reading as well. And again, credible sources. I use a few law firms. We have a local firm here in town that I think very highly of. I use their resources. There's a national firm who I also follow that is out in D.C., and those are the people that I get, and they are saying that you need to be taking steps to move in that direction. Just don't stick your head in the sand or hope this is going to go away, because if and when it is implemented, we don't want to be caught off guard. We don't want to be caught behind. So are there any? I agree 100%. Are there any particular things that you've seen that you? I mean, I know you mentioned maybe where to get resources like OSHA's got. Well, interestingly, so OSHA has a page. So if you go to OSHA.gov, which is the OSHA website, they have a coronavirus emergency temporary standard 2, since this is the second, the first applied directly to healthcare. Yeah. So there's a page, OSHA.gov, coronavirus ETS2. Okay. And on that page, they've provided a number of resources, which is really exceptional. They put the regulatory text out there so you can review that if you want to. But what I like is they've put templates for both programs. So one of the requirements of the ETS is that we develop a program, that vaccination, testing, and face coverings program. Based on your decision as a company, if you want to have a hard mandate, everyone will be vaccinated. They have a template for that program. If you are intending or would prefer to have a soft mandate where you get vaccinated or you provide proof of testing, they have a soft mandate. They have a template for that as well. And my recommendation would be go onto that website, pull off the template that you would prefer, or at least make that decision as a company. Would you prefer a hard or soft mandate? Look at that and use that template for developing your program. I am a firm believer that if OSHA provides us a template, we should use it because that's what they will be most comfortable and familiar with.
That's what you had said before this. And so I think probably in closing, that's perfect we'll send out the link, I think, just right to those to that page that Doug referenced on OSHA's website. We'll make sure that gets out there. There's a lot of resources. Certainly ENCORE Safety Network members and other clients of Ellerbrock-Norris have access to the ENCORE Connect client portal. There's a lot of stuff in there. You probably got other resources. So however you build it, but Doug said something I thought was interesting before we even shot the video, and you repeated it now. I think no matter what you're building, it would probably be good advice to have OSHA's direct information or direct templates in there as well, just because what you said, the OSHA personnel are going to be most comfortable with that.
Absolutely.
So, certainly a good resource. We'll make sure to get it out to you. We're going to probably, go ahead.
Yeah, that's where we need to start.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to start thinking about what type of a program we're going to want, or we're willing to try to implement, and then there will be pieces, and we can update you again on those additional elements. But that would be the take-home message today is get on that OSHA website, look at those two templates, consider what the program describes and how you would begin to implement those things.
Absolutely. So there you go. That would be probably the next steps to start thinking through that program. Use the resources you have. We'll send that out. We'll shoot another video. Timeline will probably be a little bit around when things actually change and we feel like there's pertinent information to share.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. But thanks, Doug. It's always
good luck, everybody. But yeah, I agree completely with Andy. It is time that we be doing something while we're waiting to hear what the courts decide.
There you go.
We need to be working.
Get out and do it. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.